Greetings, it is I, Herbert, jolly old gluesman Erpaderp. I noticed that, the back end is telling me that the spam bot that I'm about to ban is noted as likely harasser, restricted. Fuck them. Hey, Polsky Messerschmidt. How you doing? There's something under my mat. Yeah, that's better. I'm here to build little TKS. The front of the box is under the box, so I'm not going to show you what the box art looks like. But I did build these bits last time. One of these off stream, and I realized that on one of these I've got this bit backwards. So yeah, I'm probably going to jail for that. That horrible, horrible crime. You are there. I am not. It's true. But anyway, it's time to work on this. Got the lower hull. And we need a K sprue. If I bring them up here, it'll be easier to see what's on the sprue. C. Yeah, this is probably K. The one that says K on it is the one I want. Okay. Are these special parts that will confuse me, or are they identical? I can't tell. Looks like we need K6 for the left side. And there's a sprue gate between the two mounting pins, which is kind of annoying because there's barely any space to get in and remove it. Guess who will be visited by the running gear police? Is it me? I don't want that. I'm not home. Tell them I'm not home. Tell them to come back with a warrant. Tell them I'm a sovereign citizen? That's just going to make it worse, isn't it? I don't think that needs to be cleaned up too much. I will just make an effort to not get it confused with the other side. I nearly knocked that off onto the floor for the carpet monster, and that would have been a horrible shame. Fuck the carpet monster. Does that need to be... That should be flush. Flush down the toilet. This is the running gear police speaking. We heard you made the mistake of building a running gear. Also, don't like us showing up, so okay, we stay at home. Have a nice day. Well, well, they're very understanding folks. Or they just don't feel like doing work. I understand both points. Okay, this... I believe I've got the parts for that side. So it's all going to go together nice and easy, and it's not going to give me any guff. This is the one where I've built it correctly, because that little bit there links in with that hole there, which will make it slightly more difficult to get the part lined up on the opposite side. Only slightly, though. I'm not anticipating any kind of real trouble. That's the way it's gonna be, you see? Hey, fuck off. Why is TikTok open, and why will it not fuck off? Why is everything so annoying? Why is my camera not set up correctly?
You used it for something else, idiot.
Now I will glue this on the correct way around. That's amazing, isn't it? An amazing trick. Immediately does it wrong. It's got sort of a D-shaped shape to the nubbins, the guide knobs, so it's probably impossible to do it wrong. I believe I've done it not wrong. Okay, which wheel set did I have? This one? Yes. I don't know if that's meant to make any contact, but it looks like it does.
Yeah, this is big brain time.
Damn right. Okay, that does kind of interfere with the lower brackety thingy. But that seems like I've got it on in all the right spots. There's a few contact points, so it shouldn't really matter if I've got one backwards. And now I won't put the other one on because I haven't got the other part. I'm still not sure if I'm going to put all of the interior detail in. I'm thinking I might just omit a bunch of it because, to be honest, laziness, and because it will not be visible. Mostly because I looked ahead at the instructions and there's a lot of fiddly little bits on the inside. I want in future 10 TP in 35th scale. Well, send an angry letter to Mr. Any modeling company and demand it. tell them to ask me, and I'll say, yeah, I want that too. And then you'll have at least 2 people in your list of people making these demands. That'll work. Old Herbert knows how the world works. Okay. There's a hair there. Probably best to apply the running gear assembly while that is not totally bonded, so you can adjust it if you need to. Can't tell if I've got that in the little hole in the back there, but I think I have. This is the bit where I'm all like,
Oh, and I magically added the other set of tracks. Blah, 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 blah.
seems to sit evenly, so I've got probably have got the track sets on the right at the right heights. Excuse me. And now we turn the page. Where we have we've skipped past ETAP 10 because it's basically the same as the previous step. It didn't take any brain power to figure out. All right, so this involves, well, we've got this, which won't be visible from the rear, which is the thing I'm mostly concerned about, because there is a photo etch grill, I think here and on top. I can't remember. But I've got this anyway, so I might as well install it. That's why they call you Right Heights Erpaderp. They do call me something. We got this. It's the only part in this step that I've got ready. I'm going to omit the little... I think it's part of the foot pedals assembly, because that'll never be seen. This probably won't be seen either. I'm just trying to figure out how it sits. I think there's like a little cradly bit of stuff on the sides there. It sits more or less like that. In line with the front drive sprockets. So I will put that in. I was going to do a whole show how it all goes together, even though I'm not gonna have the interior visible thing, but that just makes it a lot more work for old me. and editing Herbert. He's a cranky mother hecker. You leave him alone. Yeah, I don't know how to get this in while the camera can see it. Man. Goes in there. Something like that. I'm not going to add any other bits to it, but I might as well glue it in. That feels a little bit loose at the front there. So, glue. Have more of it. Now I've got to clean bits up. Those bits being a bar at the rear. I don't know that I need that. I'm just going to omit the little bar at the bottom rear because I don't think that'll be visible. I'm sure somebody will be very mad about that, but I don't care. I think the sprue gate got broken there. That's okay. And the other bits involved are seats, so I don't need those either. Ugh. No butt palaces? Not in this thing. You want to ride inside this, you bring your own butt palace. BYOBP. And those are ready. Huzzah! Oh, poor Trekan. You can always get some other vehicles with butt palaces. Does that just plop on there? Could it be just that easy? It could be. And it looks like it is. I might be doing it backwards. But even the right way around, it is just that easy. Almost. Yeah, just that easy. Or as we say in Australia, EZ. What? That bot had an anti-nuclear Colleen. What a name. That's probably some poor bastard's account that's been stolen. Okay. All I have to do is glue these on. And then it wants transmission to be put together. And I'm not doing that. Ha! What a rebel I am. One man's rebellion is another man's lazy cuntishness. This is my model and my stream. I'll rebel as much as I damn well feel like it. The magic of capillary action. Capillarize the glue into the right places. Is capillarize the right word? No, probably not. That's pretty easy. Now the trick is to not bump it while working on the other one. I'm looking forward to the I decided not to build this part, which turns out being a mistake part of the build video. It might not happen. Oh, it's probably going to happen. Somehow the transmission is structural. This one doesn't want to sit in place as easily as the other side. But glue will change its mind. The glue god will make you see the error of your ways. That ought to work. Okay. ETAP 13 wants me to assemble some little doors. which I will probably need. How far into the build do I need them? They're not exactly big assemblies, it's just gluing a handle onto each door panel. Can't hurt to do that now. I'll probably be skipping over a lot of the intervening bits. This is all engine and some of the doodads that I put together. All interior stuff. Some of it I do want. Okay, we've got this. Oops. This. I wish I could tell how visible all of these bits were. Okay, so the most visible bit is going to be in this side of the engine bay. And visible is probably a real strong word. Still, I don't really want to put all of the little separatey bits in. This in front of the whatever it is won't be visible. I think that goes there. Engine goes in the middle, and next to it goes this radiator, which is important. I will put the little one of the dividers in. There's a few little bits that go in front of the radiator, but they look really small and annoying. Probably worth putting in. You have to build stuff that isn't visible in the end. Well, I don't have to. But I'm going to build some of it. Just to... Probably just to make it look a bit more convincing. Because, like, it's going to be dark inside, but I am going to paint the interior, I guess. And usually, like, engine bays and stuff are a lighter color, so they can see oil spills and whatnot. So there might as well be some stuff in there. Like that. And... Sir, not appearing on this sprue. $15, $35, $36. I'll find you eventually. This is a belt that drives the radiator fan. No idea what that is, but it seems to go in front of... It must be a support that holds the end of the belt. It's messy. It needs cleaning up. Okay, that will sit. I feel like that's cast a bit wrong. It feels like that shouldn't be solid. Oh well. But that'll sit there. As best I can tell. We're going for the hint of internal detail method. So I don't think I need to really spend too much time painstakingly cleaning anything up. The easiest thing to do might be figure out which way this goes. Shove that. Shove that in there. Will not go, will it? I'll show you. And sort of put that assembly together. Stick it in. It's probably easier to put that in before the dividing wall. I wonder if, because I'm not putting everything in, will the engine have a proper mount? No, it's just going to have to sort of sit on that end bit. So I try not to nudge it, I guess. should stay there of its own volition. There's almost nothing to hold it there but those two little tabs. That doesn't want to fit next to it. Okay. Probably going to need something to hold that up. What a bit of sprue work. That's about the right height. So much engine that will never be seen. Again, right height Erpaderp. Yep. Was all planned by me and my right height skills. Okay, the radiator goes here. Right beside that, which doesn't actually. What is the notch cut out of the radiator for? That it doesn't seem relevant to that top bit of the doodadery. Doesn't seem to actually fit where it looks like it's meant to fit. But since we're just going for hints of internal detail, wherever is good enough. That'll do. I'm starting to think maybe it will be easier to put this divider in first. Get some tweezers. It goes like that. Easy. Hey, silly, how you doing? Herbert Tank Factory Erpaderp. I am a tank factory, damn it. A good quality one, not a Russian tank factory. No gaps in my builds. Okay. This is a bunch of bullshit. Goes on there at some point. And this one doesn't have enough of a axle, so we're gonna have to glue it. Got the key of your new house. New. Well, it's even if it's not a brand new house, it's still a house. That means you're now one of the rich people who can afford a house. You're probably the Illuminati. I think that should be a bit lower. That sort of an angle, maybe. It's a bit crap. I'm just going to be hoping it sits in place at all, but also that it sits in place looking almost how it should. The important thing, don't follow the instructions. Herbert knows better than the people who made this kit. Damn right. I know everything. And because there was no rim shot sound effect after that, you know it's true and not a joke.
But Herbert, what about all those times you say you don't know something?
I'm lying. Illuminati, We go into that corner? Nice. Maybe there's worse corners to be going into.
What the fuck?
Let's just slop this in here. Use our tweezers. That's definitely not in any of the guide holes. But again, this is a hint of internal detail. It's the, what's that medicine where it's just water? Homeopathy? Homeopathic internal detail. That's what it is. Actually, that's not true, because there is some. That's enough to fool people when looking through the little photo etch grill, surely. Illuminati? Sounds like something you order in an Italian restaurant. Pasta Illuminati for me, please. Ooh. I'd eat that. I'm hungry. Now to look at the instructions and find out where I've gone wrong. And what I'm going to need to do to add structure and strength. All of that, skip. I don't really want to model it with the doors and stuff open. And now we're at the point of adding the little door thingies. The instructions told me to assemble earlier that I disregarded. always like it when a story is too weird to be true, but the only way it makes sense is that the weird is true. Well, I mean, yeah, sometimes truth is stranger than fiction, as the youth say. And by the youth, I mean bad religion. Okay, we need C and A sprues. $43 goes with $44. Would you believe that? They go together. And I don't know if it... Yeah, they're pretty different. But I'll try to keep them separate anyway for my own protection. For my own ease of identifying parts. 46, that's 45. No, it's not, that's 46. Ah, I can read. Doesn't look like a door. Probably just because of the way it's sitting in the mold, in the frame. And now apparently handles. They're a little chonky. Perhaps a bit out of scale. That's fine.
No, it's not fine, Herbert. Everything has to be perfect and precise.
I'm calling the imprecision police. Stranger than fiction, the chairman of the biggest conservative Germany party says we need more respect for the higher earners in Germany. Set him on fire. That'll fix him. I am actually in no means actually advocating for setting a human being on fire. Politicians, though, also still technically a joke. Man, why are tiny bits so hard to hold in big giganto fat fingers? A mystery. I'm making West German troops 1980s next month in 35th scale. Like making as in creating models or building and painting models. If there's an MG3 gunner, think of him to be Trekan. Give him a little, a placard with his name. And make him in a weird pose. Like holding the gun up in the air or something. Doing a little dance. Hiss. Hiss. designer is modeling it to print. That's cool. I hope they turn out fantastic. I did some 3D designing today. I designed a new magnet on a stick. Mostly because I thought it might be interesting to do. And also I want a little magnet on a stick. I'm planning to 3D print, I don't know what you would call them, holders for coal loads in N-scale wagons. So it's not like anything fancy, but I want to put little magnets in them. So I need a magnet on a stick to go with it, to make removing the loads easy. Do I need sauerkraut in the ammo pouches? In every pouch, I would think. And probably also stuffed down the barrel of the gun. And in the hands, just handfuls of sauerkraut. In 35th scale, you could probably actually do that with, like, a reasonable level of detail. Feck. Thought I'd lost that. Would be fun to have an Easter egg. Yeah. I think it's awesome when you can add like a silly little thing into whatever project. That's a big part of why I even started doing a model railway. In fact, the first Easter egg it's not really a hidden, gonna be a two hidden one. The first Easter egg I want to put on my railway is a Fallout vault door in one of the tunnel areas. I do appreciate that there's, like, bolt or rivet maybe detail on both sides of these doors for if you do want to model them open. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat and sweet. Okay, so that's the inside. I don't need to worry about if I'm cutting away rivets. Somebody might want to count them, but I don't. It's a little bit bent. That probably just adds to the realism, having bits bent. Now, let's add the handles. That'll be fun. Maybe this is a tweezer job. Excuse me. It seems like... Oh, they do kind of fit. Looks a bit like the ends of the handles just sort of sit over the holes and not in. As long as they don't fall off, that's fine by me. Don't know if that was in focus or not, but I'm pretty sure people will get the idea. It's not exactly a difficult concept. Gluing a handle onto a door or hatch, as the case may be. There we go. 2 hatches with handles. He, rather. Trekan posted the pic on Discord of you being a shooty man with your sauerkraut. That is basically the pose I was thinking about, holding the gun up in the air, but maybe like firing it. Yeah. I don't see the sauerkraut though. I guess it's special hidden sauerkraut. You have a little more glue. As a treat, you know? You are no German. You are no German, therefore you can't see the sauerkraut, but it is there. Man, I didn't know that's how sauerkraut worked. Damn it. All this time I thought I would have been able to see the sauerkraut. Okay, it's in General Herbertderpery. Hey, Ghana Halim from Indonesia. What was that RPM model? This is a IBG model. I do think I have an RPM TKS, but I'm not building that at the moment. The next steps are like steering wheel and what looks like a set of drawers. But what I want is the front transmission covering. Which is part C6. Not gonna find part C6 on the A sprue, believe it or not. It's this. There's also a C47 for the rear. Shouldn't be too much of a problem to put those on. You need to go Herb. Ha ha ha, read the words literally. Thank you for dropping by, silly. I hope you have an excellent whatever time it is where you are. Ow. I gave myself a little nip there. What a stupid thing to do. Okay, I've got those for the hatches I just made. What else do I need? Looks like nothing. We are at a stage where there will be some photo etch bits, though. Not today, though. Excuse me. One... Is that flash? There's a bit of flash there that I didn't notice. What a stupid fool I am. It's quite a thick bit of flash, actually. That's probably got like 2 C's. That's how thick it is. I believe that's a mounting point for a little flap that goes over the vent that's there. both of which are photo etch parts. I'm trying to figure out if having the top bit will interfere with that bit of photo etch. I don't think it will. I think it's labeled wrong. PE6. Okay, PE7 is the flap that hangs down. That doesn't seem right. How could it be wrong, though? Yeah, they've definitely mislabeled the parts on the sprue, because I'm pretty sure number 10 is, in fact, what they've labeled number 7 on the instructions. And number 11 is what they've labeled 6. So the grill goes in there, and then this flappy bit hangs down in front of it. That's probably not going to be too much of an issue to install. So I don't think I need to worry about putting this on first. Is this a mistake? Possibly. It'll be the first mistake ever. The eternal struggle with photo etch goes on and on and on and on and on and on. It's like the song that doesn't end, which goes on and on, my friend. I'm not going to continue singing it. Therefore, it is a song of lies. This is very thin and flimsy feeling. I am very concerned that I may break it just with the pressure of my knife. I would suggest not doing that. That ought to work. Maybe. That's for that one. Why are there so many little nubbins that require my attention? Can't they just erase themselves? Pretty sure that was a bit of flash I just sliced right off. Yeah, I think that's finally done. Finally. Okay, is there a correct way up? It goes on the model like that. Maybe a closer look at the pictures will help.
Yeah.
Okay, the one that overlaps seems to go on the right when facing the vehicle. So if I flip it around, maybe if I press record also, would be nice. That worked good. It's actually a pretty neat way to do, if you can get them in there, it's a pretty neat way to do the hatches. Because you can model them open real easy. That one's around the wrong way, Herbert. You flippin' idiot. Probably a good idea to, yeah, first try. Good idea to add some glue. hopefully that will just stay together. It's not perfect, but it does look quite good. Don't drop it, you fool. I feel like if it's not 100% perfect, it just looks like it's slightly open, like slightly ajar. That's good. But that bond... It's going to be a bit more fiddly with this one because the frame is slightly smaller. What I'm going to do is just film this. Maybe if I was clever and had enough room, I could just go click and then hold up the completed version. The frame will be totally mismatched because I've just shoved the camera out of the way. Hi, Mike Pierce. I'm using... Well, it's actually now a mix of SMS Extra Thin and Icky Sticky Extra Thin Cement Refill, which is basically the same as each other and basically the same as Tamiya Extra Thin. 50% acetone and one other ingredient. Probably says butyl acetate. Just melts the plastic. Really? Okay, let's do this the correct way around too. That'll show everybody. Okay. Goes up this way. With this on this side. You can see through that. Maybe you can't, but you can see through that pretty good. So it was a good idea, I think, to add those interior bits. Just leave that like that for a moment. Actually, that's the one that needs to close second. Don't fall out. I said don't fall out. This one is just a touch more fiddly because of how flimsy the frame bit is. Ah, I am trying very hard to not glue my fingers. That's probably about as good as I'm getting that. does look a bit rough. It looks like I've nudged that handle over. I think it is a little bowed. Just a touch. But once I glue it to the rest of the model, it should sit good and proper. I hope. Where do I keep all my models? In boxes mostly. There's somebody to ban on Twitch. Cheap viewers. Most of my models go in boxes, or there's a couple of shelves above my desk full of stuff. Excuse me. I don't have a lot of room for like displays or anything. You are the best hatchmaker I've seen this month. Man, you must have seen a lot of hatchmakers. It's already the second. So that's a wildly friendly and nice compliment. Okay. Do I glue those into place now? What issues could it possibly cause? Not really seeing any potential issues, so there's probably none. Show the shelves? I don't feel like dismounting my cameras. That'll be annoying. Looks like the next step's just building the upper body. And I don't think installing these is going to hurt anything. Why is that? I think the transmission thing is causing a bit of problems. Maybe I'm imagining it. It is definitely contacting the plate. So, because it's not going to be visible, we just give it a bit of plastic surgery. Now it's open for repairs. That helped a lot. I'm sure somebody will be upset about that. Put a bit of glue on there just in case the plate actually rests on it. Shouldn't do, but you never know. Now I don't know if this is in the wrong spot or not. There's a bit of a gap on this side. But I don't think I can close it. It's not really anything to worry about. Herbert, the a-lot helper. Mm-hmm. Let's get a little bit more blue there. That's very good. Do we have the same luck at the rear? It's tighter there. It's causing the plate to buckle upwards. Let's just give that a bit of additional care with my knife. There is some slight nubbins there. Oh. That seems to have fixed the issue. I'm almost positive I'm going to have to trim this or this back when I try to put the top on. But we'll worry about that later. That's for future Herbert to worry about. Sucks to be him. Yeah, it looks like it fits all good and proper. All goodly like. I had a bit chat disconnected, chat successfully reconnected. And OBS is telling me I have 0 KBS. So I don't know if I'm talking to anybody now. It's probable that my stream is disconnected. Which is, 1, annoying, but about the time I was going to end anyway. I've got this much done. I might try and... Well, actually, that's going to be difficult now because I've put that rear panel on. I was going to paint the interior. Fuck it. I'll spray black in there, maybe? No. Hey, Richard Tomlin, how you doing? Now the question is, how awful will it be if I pull this up? How bonded is it? Quite bonded at this point. Fuck it. No one's gonna see inside there anyway. What I might do... I was about to say I'm gonna try and do that through the weekend before next stream. Is try and paint just that little inside bit there. Now I'm going to try with a bit more strength to lift this out. Yeah, it'll be messy, but that's okay. I do kind of want to... Well, that's not really going to... Might need to be scraped back a bit, but that's not really going to look too bad when I glue it back together. So what I want to do is paint this interior bit so you can see it through the various vents and things. Well, it looks like I'm connected again, according to OBS. No idea if that's true for YouTube. But I was going to end at this point anyway. So, I may be back tomorrow morning. Probably not, because waking up in the morning is hard. I'll be back tomorrow at some point, though, for probably a video game stream in the evening. Not sure what I'll play. I feel like there's something I'm supposed to say or want to say, but am forgetting. It's probably nothing. Go watch my museum video on YouTube that I put up yesterday. Also, take care of yourselves and have a good time. I'll be back tomorrow. Toodaloo.